That will do it for the preseason, Steeler Nation. That will do it. Steelers win 19-10, and the preseason 2-1. Not that the record matters, but there you have it. That is how the Steelers preseason is going to end. Thus, no more Steelers football for at least 2.5 weeks. 2 weeks till Sunday, where they play against the New York Jets. And hopefully, Derrick Harmon will be healthy to play by then. We had a massive scare.
Which was really the biggest talking point coming out of this preseason game against the Panthers. It was, I want to say it was the second quarter or near the second quarter where Derrick Harmon was seen on a cart with a towel draped over his head.
Well, first of all, huge shout to George with a super chat, man. With a $50
holy
super
geez.
chat.
George.
Holy shit. Swear jar.
Oh, the $50 super chat. George says, love you guys. We can't stand listening to the Jagoff commentators. Put this toward going to a game. We'll be at the Charger game in November.
Damn, George, we appreciate that.
George, thank you very much. Shout out to George, man.
And we've been meaning to get back out to a Steelers game. So, something like that is good time. It's right before it gets too cold. We've been to one Steelers game before. It was Ben's second to last home game versus the Titans, and I froze everything off. So something like that would be solid.
Quite the first experience for us
For sure.
for that Titans game. But it was a fun time. But George, thank you for your super chat, man. Much appreciated.
By the way, show some respect to Charlie and Bob. They did a good job tonight. They do a great job every preseason. Shout out to them, man. But Derrick Harmon, massive scare. He got carted off. He had a towel over his head. And the look on his face spoke of, oh no, not again.
Very emotional look on his face. Very upset was the look on his face. And, of course, we all feared the worst. It was a knee injury he sustained, and he was immediately declared out for the rest of the game.
And the play happened. The play that he got hurt, it happened on a James Pierre end zone interception that saved the Panthers from scoring a touchdown. Nothing really crazy happened in regards to him. Like he didn't get taken down. There was no body weight towards it. It was just he was making a play towards the quarterback, and it looked like his knee got stuck in the turf and it twisted potentially. So it looked like a turf injury. Then he got carted off. We all feared Fatanu got hurt last year because he had knee concerns coming out of Washington. Same thing with Derrick Harmon coming out of Oregon. He had knee concerns up and towards the late stages of the draft process. And we feared, oh no, here we go again. Another first round pick with a knee injury that fearfully could be out for the season. That was everyone's greatest fear. The latest update from Missy Matthews on the sideline said, and I quote, he's out here now on the sideline, sitting on the bench in between Cam Hayward and TJ Watt. The Steelers locker room is on the opposite side of this sideline. He was able to walk out here in street clothes. So we're going to take that as a good update. That is a good update. He walked under his own power to the opposite side of where the Steelers locker room was. That is a good update. That is great news. That gives us positive vibes. That definitely ups the mood a little bit compared to where we were literally 2 hours ago. So hopefully his injury is very, very, very minor. It's not very serious.
Hopefully it's, if anything, it's just a sprained knee or a twisted knee or whatnot. I mean, from this update from Missy Matthews, it's a very positive sign. He could have stayed in the locker room. He could have stayed back there. Instead, he opted to go back out even after sustaining this injury. He opted to go back out and walk all the way to the other side of the sideline with his teammates and sit with the captains of Hayward and Watt and just feel the vibes of the players and just be around them. And he was very happy. He's smiling on the sidelines. Yeah. Great sign. And that's just going to show the type of person and player that Derrick Harmon is. Even when dealing with this, he wants to be out there with his teammates, with his boys.
Yeah, that's a great sign. He was out there smiling and in good spirits. So hopefully, we still don't know what the prognosis is or what the actual injury is. We probably won't know until tomorrow. But good signs, very good signs there, and hopefully it's as unsevere as it can be. But good signs there because that was an immediate scare. And we're thinking, who's going to fill that defensive line spot? They can move Benton to 3 tech. They got Yahya Black. Yahya Black had his best game so far, bro. 2 sacks. 2 sacks tonight, including a strip sack. And both of those sacks came on back-to-back plays. It was to open the first half. On the Panthers' opening drive of the second half. And he had 2 back-to-back great plays. He had a pull and tug that led to a sack on Bryce Perkins, and then he had a great bull rush that ultimately led to a strip sack that was recovered by the Pittsburgh Steelers defense. Before that, Yahya Black was all over the field making plays in the run defense, alongside Logan Lee and everyone else on that defensive line. Yahya Black coming out of Iowa in the 5th round looking like an absolute stud. He had a great game, as did Jack Sawyer today. Jack Sawyer had his best game of his career so far. He doesn't have much to offer in terms of his pass rush arsenal. He needs to adapt to that. He needs to add more, and I think that'll come with time. He's got T.J. Watt. He's got Highsmith. He's got Nick Herbig to learn from. So I'm sure with time that's gonna come fine and dandy. But today he got some pressure. He was able to make a lot of plays in the run game. So shout out to Jack Sawyer for having, in my opinion, his best game thus far. Outside of that, Skylar Thompson, Scotty Miller, they are locks for the 53. Skylar Thompson relieved Mason Rudolph, who I love Mason. We got his jersey on.
All season, by the way. Still going to rock it for all 17 games.
Yeah, I guess
Maybe
so.
the playoffs.
I made a promise months ago, and we have to abide by it, I guess.
Of course.
Yeah,
Mason's my guy.
Mason hasn't looked good the last 2 preseason games.
No, he threw in back-to-back games an interception, but this one was just not good. I mean, the one last week wasn't good either. That was an opening drive interception. And then the interception he threw in this game, I mean, that was just forced.
Very forced, very bad reads, bad decisions by Mason. Skylar comes in and adds an immediate spark to the offense. He throws a touchdown to Lance McCutcheon to get the Steelers up.
On his first drive.
He went
5 for 5, 72 yards. He connected with Keyshawn Williams. He connected twice with Scotty Miller on no huddles. And then later on that drive, he threw a touchdown straight to Lance McCutcheon.
Sure did.
Wide open. Good ball placement, too.
And then the very next drive he has, the Steelers have what?
12 seconds.
12 seconds.
3 timeouts, but 12 seconds. I assumed that they were just going to take a knee, go into the locker room, and just get ready for the second half. No. Skylar Thompson takes the ball, and he finds an open target down the field, right up the right sideline, to Scotty Miller.
Bro.
For a gain of 53 yards. And Scotty makes the catch. He's labeled down. They call timeout. Ben Sauls comes to kick it for the field goal I think it was to tie the game at that point for halftime. But the play that's Skylar and Scotty were able to connect. Too cool is going to be their duo.
Yeah, Scotty Too Hottie and Skylar Miller. Too cool. Too cool of a duo. Way too cool for this Panthers defense. Skylar Thompson finished with 11 of 13, 152, and a touchdown to Lance McCutcheon. And then that 53-yard big dot gain to Scotty Too Hottie right before the second half to tie the game up. That secured a roster spot for Skylar, and that definitely secured a roster spot for Mr. Scotty Too Hottie, Scotty Miller over there. Scotty Miller was the leading receiver, 3 catches, 82 yards. Scotty is the number 4 or 5, wherever you want to put him. They could still add a receiver. We don't know yet, but Scotty's on the roster spot. And Skylar hasn't made a mistake all preseason. He took the opportunity because Will Howard got hurt and made the most out of it. That's just what happens. Someone gets hurt, next man up, they make the most of their opportunity. Skylar earned himself a roster spot. What happens to Will Howard? You put him on IR to start the year. He was going to sit all year anyway. So if he's got to sit on IR for the entirety of his rookie season, guess what? He wasn't going to play a single snap anyway.
That sucks for the preseason when he sustained that finger injury because he's not going to get any reps. It's unfortunate.
It is. It sucks because I was really looking forward to that. That was a big draw for preseason for me.
A lot of us were.
And that's not going to happen until next preseason. But
Skylar took this opportunity. He took the extra reps, and by God, did he make the most of it. Even for a backup. He's going to be the number 3 because Mason's locked down the number 2, and we all know who the starter is, of course. But Skylar, even for a number 3, with the group of guys that he was with, I mean, he connected with them very well. When pressured, he wasn't panicking. He didn't make stupid decisions. He didn't make stupid throws. He was very composed, very confident. He was able to chuck it down when he needed to. His ball placement, for the most part, was very accurate.
Yeah.
Like, Skylar Thompson really impressed this preseason. I don't see how he doesn't make the 53.
Yeah, I don't see how he doesn't make it either. He's definitely earned it. In terms of the running game, Caleb Johnson got a couple carries with the starting O-line, which is what we wanted to see, and they turned out for some positive gains. He didn't see a lot of playing time, but Caleb Johnson did get some carries behind the starting O, which is what we needed. Minus Sayamalu. Sayamalu didn't play all the preseason, but the starting offensive line still looking solid. Creating lanes, giving Mason time. That's what I want to see. They got as much reps as they could get, and positive signs coming out of preseason in that area. Trey Sermon was our leading rusher. He had a good 30-yard gain and a good catch and run that got a first down from Skylar. Good stuff by Trey Sermon. He might have locked down that practice squad spot. Same thing with Lou Nichols. I was hoping Lou Nichols would have gotten a couple more carries and a little more touches. He definitely should have had a big catch by Skylar Thompson on a wheel route that Skylar did overthrow.
That was the one mistake by Skylar, I would say, all preseason. Just a little bit overthrown, because if Lou Nichols caught it, that arguably could have been a touchdown.
Sure. But Lou Nichols still showing off his burst and his big gain ability, making a big catch and run off of a check down.
An intriguing prospect who, if he doesn't make the 53, which I don't anticipate him to, definitely secured a practice squad spot if he wants to.
Yeah, him and Trey Sermon both. Lou Nichols especially. He just got that burst to him. You wouldn't think a guy his size does, but he's at the line. He's at the offensive line. Then you blink and he's 6 yards ahead. That's how much burst he has. Reminds me of Warren in a little bit. Just a little bit of Jalen Warren. When Warren first started, that's the burst I get. Those similar vibes. So shout out to Lou Nichols in that area. Keyshawn Williams had a solid game. He could have locked himself down a practice squad spot as well. He made a great catch in the first preseason game. Didn't get much opportunity last week, but this week he got some more catches. He got some more gains. Both of them were for first downs. So he himself might have locked down a practice squad spot. Defensively, same thing could be said for a couple of our depth defensive linemen. One of them being, I believe his name is Ezekiel Otamwe. I think it's Ezekiel Otamwe. He made a couple good tackle for losses in the run game. He looked good as well. He could have secured himself a practice squad spot. Malik Harrison's looking like a good addition. He had a good blitz pressure. He definitely looked good in the run defense for sure. Outside of that, most of the game was very sloppy from the starting offense, minus, of course, Jonnu Smith, DK, Aaron Rodgers. Very sloppy from both sides in regards to the penalties. We're talking 13 penalties, folks. 13 penalties, 12 of them coming before the fourth quarter. And those penalties included multiple false starts, multiple holdings. We had an offside from Leal, too many men on the field, an illegal block in the back, and an unnecessary roughness from Jalen Ramsey, which shouldn't have been. I just like the feistiness from Jalen Ramsey. The refs just get too soft every now and then. So that shouldn't have been a penalty. You see Ramsey's impact. He's everywhere on that defense. He's in the slot. They blitzed him once or twice tonight, which was good. You're already seeing the little bit of impact that number 5 over there is going to bring. So that's good to see. But otherwise, everything else in regards to the penalties, holy shit.
I mean, the penalties were not good. 13 penalties for 104 yards, to which I think the majority of those penalties, I think maybe 10 of those, were from the offense, which is just downright ridiculous.
3 of them from Ryan McCollum. 3 of them.
And he's our primary backup center. This was his first game playing in the preseason. And yeah, I mean, McCollum didn't exactly have the best day. Now, I don't know if it's just rust coming out because it was his first preseason game or whatever, but I mean, I got to be honest with you, like the depth for the offensive line.
Not good.
No, not good at all.
No. McCollum had 3 penalties. We had Dylan Cook with a false start, I think. He had a false start. We had a couple holding penalties on the opening drive. We actually had a holding penalty from Zach Frazier and Pat Freiermuth. And on that same drive, Jalen Warren, finally seeing preseason action, slipped twice and fumbled. So, yeah, very sloppy throughout the entire game. There were some good positive plays from Skylar, from Scotty, from Yahya Black, from Jack Sawyer, from some of the depth guys, right? Good stuff there. Everything else, very sloppy. Which, get it out the way now. That's what preseason's for. Get this out the way. This team needs to find some discipline. Because, yeah, some of these were coming from, the depth guys, but some of them were also coming from the starters. Some of them finally getting a little bit of preseason action.
But this is why we wanted the starters to get in and get some playing time during preseason, just to get, whatever, bad communication, rust off, bad juju, get all that out the way, get that out of your system. Because come week 1, come regular season time, we can't afford any of this nonsense.
Yeah, not only did we have 13 penalties, I think we had just as many penalties as we did missed tackles on the defense. Some of them from the starting core.
Which is, again, what you don't want to see.
And most of them came from, depth guys that, are just going to be depth. Some might not even make the roster, unfortunately. But even still, that's something you don't want to see. But That's what preseason's for, because get out your system now. Come week 1 and the start of the regular season, we're gonna need those mistakes to be at a minimum. They need to be, limited to a very low capacity. So get it out the way now. It was very bad. It was very sloppy, and it was a little overwhelming, as a matter of fact.
No, it was very sloppy, even from the Panthers' part as well. Like, sloppy performance in this game. I mean, Ben Sauls, who might have secured himself a practice squad spot as an emergency kicker for Boswell, he went 4 for 4. One of them was from 50 yards. He's a left-footed kicker, a rookie kicker at that. It's like Ben Sauls, he had himself a good day. He's pretty much the main reason why the Steelers won this game, if you want to take anything away from that.
Right.
Sauls had a good performance. He might have locked himself a practice squad spot. But other than that, it's just from both sides of the ball, there was some sloppiness, even from the starters.
Okay, we have an update. According to Mike Tomlin, Harmon has a knee sprain.
Knee sprain.
A knee sprain. According to the chat, shout out to Will, shout out to I'm Happy, shout out to DHunt28. He said he has a knee sprain. Now, Alan in the chat says Harmon not playing in the opener. Really? Is that an opinion or is that a fact? I'm going to refresh X here. Tomlin said that he has a knee sprain, according to the chat. Yep, it's a sprain. Best case scenario. Best case scenario. Thank God.
It's not what we all feared.
We feared the worst, and it's actually just a knee sprain.
It's not what we feared. Knee sprain, I mean, considering what it could have looked like, what it could have been, I'll take it.
We dodged a massive bullet tonight.
Because we can't afford to lose Derrick Harmon, man. We can't. That's a stud rookie. He had a very good preseason.
Thank God.
Very impressive preseason.
Yeah, Harmon looked good all preseason. He really did. Losing him would have really sucked. But hearing that it's just a knee sprain, according to Mike Tomlin, that is positive. That's the best news we could have heard all night. The injury is still being evaluated, of course, but those are great signs. Better a sprain than a tear, obviously. So that's good. That's good to hear. I'm glad we got an update on that. We'll see what his extent of away time he'll have, how much time he'll miss. That'll be determined hopefully soon, probably tomorrow, maybe even later tonight. I don't know. But the update is he has a sprained knee. Great signs. That positive report from Missy Matthews on the sideline and now this. My mood 2 hours ago was very low. Very low. Now I'm back up to a high here. Thank God. So shout out to Derrick Harmon. He had a good preseason. It sucks he got hurt, but thank God it's only a sprain.
Yep.
It's as minor as it can be. But other than that, man, that'll be the post game. Not much from tonight. Very sloppy performance from the team. Too many penalties, too many missed tackles, but some good spotlight, some good shine from some of the rookies on the defense, and definitely now securing a roster spot, in our opinion, is Skylar Thompson and Scotty Miller for sure. And some of these guys may have earned themselves a practice squad spot. Guys like Lou Nichols and Trey Sermon, Sebastian Castro potentially, Ben Sauls, who was 4-4 tonight. Guys like that. So positive vibes coming out of this game. Positive vibes to end the preseason. Not the greatest performance, but the way it ended was probably the best way it could. It definitely ended better than it started. So I'll take that as a dub in my book. Well, let us know your guys' thoughts down in the comments below. How you guys feel about this game, man? Preseason's over. We'll see what the true update is on Harmon. We'll see how much time he'll miss. The final cuts will be coming in the next couple of days. The initial 53 is not always the final 53. Remember that. They're gonna make moves. They could make a trade. They're probably gonna sign some people that get cut from other teams because they gotta fill a lot of these depth issues, which includes the offensive line, which definitely includes wide receiver. So they're gonna continue to add bodies, which is gonna be a good thing. So we can expect that within the next week or so. And 2 weeks from Sunday, we will get to, I was gonna say enjoy. I don't know how much we're gonna enjoy. We'll be able to watch Steelers football again. It'll be in New York. It'll be on the road. It'll be against the Jets, against Justin Fields.
MetLife Stadium.
That'll be 2 weeks from Sunday, but that's when we can see Steelers football again. So up until then, we'll see what the Steelers do and how they're going to stack the roster. how they're going to model the roster from week 1. Because we're definitely going to need some new bodies in certain areas. And a lot of these guys definitely earned their spot for the 53. It'll be interesting to see what decisions the Steelers make. They're definitely going to have to make some sacrifices, which could include a guy like Corey Trice, which could include a guy like Dante Kent, who they didn't see any preseason time.
No, they didn't.
I thought they were going to keep 6 or 7 corners. It doesn't look like it. It don't look like it.
No, a lot of people are going to be on the chopping block, which is unfortunate. You know, that's the unfortunate part about preseason. A lot of people are going to be cut. A lot of people are going to be out of a job. A lot of people are not going to be able to make a roster spot. But listen, man, your journey doesn't end there. No. Just because you don't make the roster doesn't mean your journey is done. Doesn't mean your career is done.
100%. So
still got to go out there. Still got to put in the work. Still got to give it your all and just see if the second chance, the next opportunity comes around.
Yeah.
But best of luck to everybody, man.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, we'll get to know all the information within the next week or so. We'll see how the Steelers model the roster. It'll be very interesting to see what decisions they make. But we don't have to wait too long to find out. Let us know you guys' thoughts down in the comments below. The preseason is over. Derrick Harmon is okay. We can all go to sleep feeling good, feeling happy, feeling relieved. That's the best parts, and that's the biggest news tonight, for sure. See you guys in the next one. Here we go, Steelers, at the end of the day, and we'll see you guys shortly for the updates regarding the roster and everything regarding the 53-man roster. See you then. Have a good night. Here we go, Steelers.
And as always, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you later.
Peace!